back to the Artie Lange Show. I'm sitting here with Andre the Giant and Maggie Gray from SI Now that she hosts with Peter King. Peter King busting my balls thoroughly from the Media Day. You weren't at the Media Day.
No, we are hosting our show from Radio Row. So I didn't have to go to Media Day. I was have a little, that like fear of missing out. Like I was really going to miss something until I realized that nothing really happens at Media Day without you there, Artie, to like shake things up.
Boring as hell.
Did you really get banned?
Well, they had a problem with me going.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not corporate. But
not corporate.
Yeah, they got a problem with that. But you, of course,
Crazy.
you're very.
I'm 100% corporate.
You're very accepted by everybody.
Most states.
Now, how do you react to the thought that Richard Sherman did all this on purpose? Do you think it was premeditated, that he knew if he made a big play that he was going to go and do this? Because now, look, he's getting commercials.
Oh, no. I mean, that Nike commercial aired during the game, too. That was really
What
smart.
Nike commercial?
He's got a Nike commercial where he's standing in front of his locker.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the media scrum.
Right.
And they're asking about all these cliches about, do you think you're a thug? Do you think you're a...
Wait.
I thought that was the Beats
I thought it aired after the game.
No, the Beats by Dre. I thought... Not Nike, sorry. It was Beats by Dre. I thought that aired right before the game. They debuted before the game.
Maybe
That's what
it
I
did.
thought.
Well, how prolific! I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Richard Sherman has been writing for Sports Illustrated all year long. He's been writing for Peter King's site, the MMQB, and he's been a contributing editor, and he's weighed in several times this year, and I have to say, his takes have been pretty smart. I mean, they asked him to be commissioner for a day. He wrote something smart about that.
Wait a minute. Let me just say, I thought that he got the Beats because of what happened after the game.
No.
I don't think so. That was already in the works. I don't know. Could they have shot that?
No.
I thought it aired actually right before the game.
I've been involved in many shoots.
It was coincidental.
Listen, I've done many shoots, and you'd be surprised if you have professionals there who know their lines. Yeah, you could do it. You could do it.
Yeah, Sherman's a smart guy, but I don't know.
Definitely
There's no way. There's no.
I think some of
who
it
wrote
is.
This? I think it's just absolutely.
He wrote it?
No. Who wrote this?
Who wrote
saying,
what?
This article saying that this was planned.
Filato told me about it.
Yeah. Well, I
It
think
was in
it's-
the New York.
It was in the Times over the weekend.
I think
a
it's
little
so
paper called
bold.
Are you kidding
the New
me?
York Times.
The way that it all fits, that he never swore, and that it all fits so neatly
A little
into
thing
that
called the New
commercial.
I like this.
Times.
I didn't know
Wow.
that Dan was a sports conspiracy
I'm a
theorist.
real sports
That's pretty
guy.
good.
It's on
I'm sorry it wasn't a Harrisburg Picayune.
Patriot News.
No, you're right.
Good paper.
No, it's absurd
You
to
can't see.
suppose that
You-
he planned
You
this.
can't see that it could be like when he made the play, like, hey, he's making a lot of money now, this guy.
The fact that he was
making a lot of money before
researching athletes with high bravado.
He was?
Yeah, that he's fascinated by them.
And now he's compared to Muhammad
He's fascinated
Ali.
by Muhammad Ali. Everyone's fascinated by Muhammad
He's
Ali.
not Muhammad Ali.
All right,
I
John.
think it's interesting.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
That's unbelievable.
Excuse me, Andre, what did you
That
just
he
say?
would
Rumble,
plan that.
young man, rumble.
Rumble, young man, rumble?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all that's missing from Sherman is really the WWE to come in and
Now,
make him, the villain and
Richard Sherman,
have him on the show.
You have what
Royal
he
Rumble.
said. You have what he said. Do you mind being Aaron Andrews?
No.
While he's Andre. Well, Andre.
Believe me,
is-
that's going to be the most successful thing I'll do in my career is to pretend to be Aaron Andrews.
No, stop it. You know what? You're way better than her. Listen, no one would know who she was if that guy didn't drill a hole in her wall and look at her.
Oh, she's good. She's good. And listen, I have so much empathy though for anyone who does live. Like, don't you have empathy for other comics who have to get up on stage and even if they bomb, you just kind of feel it in your heart a little bit.
My favorite thing to see is another comic bomb. I mean,
It's
you
sick.
ask a comic what their favorite thing to look at, you say, is it your mother holding your child, your grandchild smiling, the sight of children laughing? No, it's another comic bomb. That's the greatest thing.
All right. Yeah.
How about that airplane food?
Is this thing on? All right, let's hear it. You guys got it. You be Aaron. You be,
Okay, excuse me. So I'm going to be Aaron Andrews.
Okay.
This is great. I always want to be Aaron Andrews, even for 5 seconds. This is good.
You can be.
The final play, Andre. Take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. And you try me with some sorry receiver that clap to you.
Wait a minute. Andre, you're doing like a black accent. You're doing Andre the Giant as a black guy.
To win the affectation. From the top, please. From the top.
Good.
Okay.
Action.
The final play, Andre. Take me through it.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're gonna get. Don't you ever talk about me.
Who is talking about you, Andre?
Crabtree. Don't you open your mouth about the best, or I'm gonna sell it for you real quick. L.O.B.
Quabtwee. That's the best. Quabtwee. Just say Quabtwee again.
Crabtree. Oh, yeah.
And then he says LOB. Now, what is LOB?
Legion of Boom.
Now, what does that mean?
That's the name of the Seahawks secondary. That's what they named themselves.
They named themselves Legion of Boom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
It's kind of cute.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
John, was
They
any of
are
your
pretty
teams? Did any of
amazing.
your teams have nicknames?
No, I don't.
Yeah, both of his teams, Super Bowl losers. SPL.
Yeah. No, I don't think we had that.
SPL.
No, you know what? I think we had like a running back group name.
Oh, yeah? Like
a
you
trio?
did? Like the Cabbage
Yeah, when
Patch
we were
guys?
in when we were in Oakland.
What
'cause
were
we
the
had a lot of
Redskins?
backs.
What were the Redskins? They were the
Hogs?
The
Smurfs?
Hogs up.
No,
up
the
front.
Smurfs. What were they? Remember the Redskin receivers were something for a while?
Oh, there's the Three Amigos in
The Three
Miami.
Amigos.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah.
Something. The Redskin receivers with Theismann were something for a
Yeah,
while.
Art Monk.
Art Monk and the other guys. But what you can't remember what your nickname was as a running back?
No, it was something dumb. It was it was something like someone made a T-shirt of it or something,
Crazy
and like
Legs.
people in Oakland knew it.
No,
I think it
Crazy Legs was
the
like one
committee
guy.
or something, just not that good.
Oh, they did. Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, it's fun. It's camaraderie.
It wasn't. It was no Legion of Boom.
Did you play sports?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tennis player.
No, that's not a real team sport.
I know what your dad used to say that only, what was it?
What?
Your
Yeah,
dad used to
women-
say that
women
only
Are good at.
homosexuals play tennis. You told that story the last time we were here. Am I like
Hold
crazy?
on.
Golfed.
Oh, it's cool.
No,
Golfed. Yeah. And listen,
no, but your
Sorry.
dad thought
Hello?
that women
Was he
could,
wrong?
could play tennis well, right?
only homosexual.
Didn't you say that the last time I was here? Am
I
I
don't know what
crazy?
you're talking about. This is the last time you're ever coming on.
Linda's first serve, it goes right past Dorothy. 15 love. Second serve,
That's awful.
right past Dorothy.
Hello.
30
By the
love.
way, we looked up pictures of Doris Burke online because John said how good looking she was.
She looks great.
She looks like Christopher Walken.
I'm standing here with Kevin Durant. You got a triple-double. And you did it with a watch up your rear end the whole game.
Hello, this is Christopher Walken from The Deer Hunter. We've got to put 3 bullets in that chamber.
Diddy Mao. Diddy Mao.
Duddy Mao.
It's funny that Artie's holding a pen as a microphone and you have a real microphone in front of you.
It's a prop. This is
You have a real one.
Hello, this is a handheld. Apparently, you never
Sorry.
you never took classes at Upright Citizen Brigade.
Yeah, this is improv 101.
Yeah, this is me doing. This is my microphone.
Yeah.
It's just like you to crap all over theater.
I know. I'm not cultured. I'm a big slobbering
Now,
dog.
what are your predictions?
For the Super Bowl?
No, for what I'm going to wear next week.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
hat. Okay, so I actually picked the Seahawks to make it
You
this
like the
far because I
defense.
thought that the defense was going to make a play, and I didn't think that the 49ers, as amazing as their offensive weapons were
So
in
wait,
that NFC
wait,
Championship.
So you predicted exactly what happened, is what you're saying?
I did predict what happened, but now look, going against the Denver Broncos, I think unless the wind is something like 20 miles an hour
Right.
and Peyton gets totally thrown off,
Yeah.
I think they just have too many weapons. They
You
have
think
too many
so?
multiples. I don't know. I just don't see how, even as good as the Seattle Seahawks secondary is, you can't cover everybody. And I don't see how they're going to be able to shut everyone down. You take away one priority. That's what teams have been trying to do all year. You take away Demarius Thomas, they have 5 other guys that can beat you.
Right.
So
So
to me-
the offense is too good. It's
I
too
think the
powerful.
offense is too good, and I think that unless the wind is really a factor,
Well,
even if it's raining,
That might be the case, though.
Peyton won a Super Bowl in the pouring,
Yeah.
driving rain. I mean, granted, it wasn't cold, but I don't know. I've been talking to football players, and they said the only time that they feel the cold is when they're playing in a game that's meaningless.
Where
if
was
you
the
play in a
Super-
game that actually means something, you
Yeah.
don't feel the cold as much.
Where he beat the Bears in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, in
right?
Miami.
In Miami, and it was a bad weather.
Pouring. Remember,
Monsoon.
Prince was out there at halftime and like the do rag.
Great
and it was just-
halftime show.
It was. It was a Amazing.
Prince.
You thought he was going to get electrocuted, though.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Man, I didn't realize he was so
Tiny.
talented. Well, tiny
Oh, I
and
thought
talented
you said talented. I was saying tiny.
on the guitar.
Oh, wait, here we go. Look, we're about to see old. Look at John Richard. Look at how creepy
John.
that is.
Yeah, you are up front there.
Yeah.
This is the thing, though, John. I've been in that position where you're just waiting, and then someone will shout a question from the back that's
Yeah.
just moronic, and then you have to wait again. John, you look
Disturbing that is.
possessed.
Yeah. Hey, I got some.
It's like you
Does
photobombed
that
Media
not
Day.
look
I know,
like,
I
that
know.
looks like a modern lynching.
I got.
Come here, boy.
Hey, I got a few questions in, which was I felt pretty good about it.
Come here, boy.
That was.
I'll teach you to. I'll
Like,
teach you to
well,
talk to a white woman.
But John, I mean, you gotta like throw up the Stanford. I mean, you should have been gotten right to the front.
Well, I thought about that, but
You gotta
that would
play
be
the Stanford
embarrassing.
card.
That would
You
be
got-
embarrassing.
I'll teach you.
I went to Stanford too.
He knows who you
Stanford.
are. He's gonna know
no,
who
he
you are.
doesn't.
I'll
He's from
teach you to
California.
go to
I don't know.
a
I don't think he
college.
does. I don't think he does.
I'll
There was
teach
no
you-
light that came on like, oh, hey, fellow
Okay.
alum.
Alum, yeah.
No, there was
I'll
none of
teach you to
gotta-
take a white woman to the prom.
that. Oh,
Look at you.
You gotta work those back Stanford channels.
yeah.
I mean, you look like you're
Probably
about to
before
hit
For
the
him
day,
and
that
for
would've been
Elway.
better.
You look like you're gonna hit him with a
Yeah,
bat.
well, I've met John before.
He was great. He was actually sitting in with who? With ESPN, right?
Yeah, he was.
their media day.
I saw him behind. When we were walking, and we saw him on the phone behind one of the screens. But yeah, big deal, John Elway.
Yeah, big deal.
One of my colleagues just wrote
He would
a.
come back to a lot of
Not
Stanford
as big a
events.
deal as the
sure.
way you're looking at Richard Sherman.
I was very
That's
focused.
a frame by frame.
Oh,
I was
Good.
focused, and I was upset. I was mad at people who were pushing me.
Yeah, it's
people
bad
who
up
were
there.
talking over me, and I just felt like
It's
like turning around and like clotheslining people. You know, like
It's like the trenches in there. It really is.
Yeah.
Especially when you have one person that's kind of the story. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not like really drawn to a ton of these Super
No.
Bowl storylines. I
No.
mean, to me, this
Well,
game is not
Peyton
going to change.
was
You need
crazy.
Artie Lange at the media day.
I know. You need Artie to stir some stuff up.
his was crazy and Peyton's was crazy. When Peyton got done, there was it was a rumble. Like first of all, there were press people asking for his autograph as he
Ooh.
was leaving the
That's
field.
unprofessional.
That will get your press pass revoked.
They were jostling him. He was getting bumped all over the place because they didn't want to stop asking him questions. It was ugly.
Guess who the
That's
press?
pretty bad.
Guess whose autograph they wanted last year? Moi.
Yeah.
Dan, you
Not
can
bad.
attest to that.
Autographs
Sure.
and pictures.
I signed about
More than any other
50.
player.
That's right.
Imagine.
I am their icon.
So they had the players that are normally walking around like how you got called over last year was they were penned off.
I'm sorry.
They were.
Yeah, they kept them in like a area this year where they wouldn't allow them. And Artie, I think that had everything to do with you.
I'm changing the world,
Oh.
the face of
Yeah,
media.
they did,
Look at this. Here's the play,
And also because Marshawn Lynch.
and here he is calculating everything.
That's what you get.
Is that what
No,
you got,
they-
Andre?
Yeah.
Some guys walked
For the
around
sorrow
this
with
year.
Oh, they did? I thought that
Some
everyone
guys.
was kind of in the
They were
holding
corralled
area.
a little bit, but
I don't
some
know why you
guys
do that.
walked around.
Is that's Chance? That's the guy who's
Yeah,
so good, right?
I
What do you
got
think
to
of the way
talk
he
to
plays?
him too.
Cam Chancellor's unbelievable. I can't
Yeah.
imagine getting hit by him. Must feel like you died.
Has a man ever hit you?
He
I'd hit him
decapitates
back.
you.
Not
Although
Cam
maybe not Cam
Chancellor.
Chancellor.
A man ever hits you? Guess what? You call me,
You call me.
Doris Burke.
How about a tiramisu?
Thanks, guys.
Would
Andre and Doris.
Would you step into my tiramisu before I eat it?
Andre.
That's
so-
the creepiest thing I've
Andre's
ever heard.
foot fetishes.
What happened between you and Mike? I noticed that the
You know
young
what,
lady.
table that. We got a quick
Yeah,
break.
the young lady fled.
Yeah, she was. Well, she had a rash by the end of the night.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back and we want to talk a little bit about that. Get Maggie's advice. I think Buschetta needs some woman advice.
Yeah.
So you and Doris Burke are gonna give it to him. when we come
Okay.
back.
Happy to do
Because
that.
he's already smitten, and I see where this is going.
I'm not. I never get smitten.
Yeah, I know. You're a Staten Island guy.
He was rubbing
No one can
her
pull the
face.
wool over your eyes. Blah blah blah.
He had his arm around a woman.
the Artie Lange. Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Maggie Gray is here. Welcome, Maggie. Did people sing that to you growing up?
No, never.
Right?
No.
You know the song Maggie May.
Late September.
You're being sarcastic?
I was being as a low form of comedy.
Listen, what about Mike Buschetti? Mike, there's a lot of allegations that you, in fact, were inappropriate with the guest.
No, I was
female
very
guest.
nice. Thought I was a gentleman.
You've known her for, you know her for 10 minutes and you tried to put your tongue in her ear.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Did you try to kiss her?
No. I gave her a nice hug and a kiss on the cheek like a gentleman.
Exactly. He kissed her.
On the cheek.
All of a sudden,
That's how
John
your
Ritchie just
grandmother
turned into
does.
like JFK. He's like, you did it.
You did, right?
No,
That was really-
Mike, I looked over there a few times and you were rubbing her.
No, I was. No.
You were sitting
Yes, you
on
were.
her. You were on top of her
Well,
and rubbing this poor girl's
Don't
shoulder.
make her case. We're going to get sued like Maggie.
No.
And then
It's like CSI
I
Richie.
looked
He's
over
like,
and
I
you
saw
had
it. I have
put your
DNA.
face on her face.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
There she is.
There
There
it
she is. She looks really happy.
Oh, my God.
That looks like
There's the happy couple.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Look at that. Look at
That looks
look
like
at the pride.
like a photo booth at the mall.
pride in Mike's face.
You know what it looks like?
like-
It looks like a runaway wedding picture with her captor.
It looks like she would have a sign that just says
Wow.
"Help."
It looks like Ariel. It looks like Ariel Castro's wedding picture. Of one of those
Hey,
girls.
do you
In his
have any
basement.
more when he put his face on her face? Any
No,
of
that-
that shot?
No, I don't think so.
You know what?
And you were
But
holding
Mike
her
doesn't
hand. You grabbed her hand.
You know, in the Last Supper, you know what it makes a V there because they're going away from each other.
That's the chalice right there.
That's the chalice.
I've never seen two people look equally
all-
as just disappointed. And
No, Mike is
do you-
feeling.
Did you get her
cool.
number?
that's
there.
really cool.
You got
Yes.
her number?
She got mine. I got hers right in. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Mike,
so what's going to
listen,
happen?
it was too fast, man.
I like it fast.
You
though.
no, she does. I guarantee
I don't like
that
the
was
wait. I
just
don't like
uncomfortable
I don't like the
for
wait.
her.
No, I don't like the wait on
When
stuff,
you
know, it's
can't
like-
you just met her on the street. You can't hold
Well,
her hand.
No, but at first I thought it was like a plant you guys put outside, like let's
I
break
did
those
too,
Chevy chops.
actually.
How do you
That's
know
what
it's
I thought.
not?
Yeah.
Maybe Richard Sherman planted it.
Oh,
He's thinking that far ahead.
yes,
That's
exactly.
how far ahead he's thinking.
No,
As a
at first I
genius.
was like, because she came out of the
Does she
cab
know
and
your
I'm like,
Did she know your legion of boob?
no, she first came out of the cab and I'm like thinking, somebody planted this girl here. I don't know who did it. One of you guys did, or maybe
Maybe
you
the
guys
FBI.
But then 10 minutes later, you were kissing her.
No, I
and
didn't-
holding her hand. Was
I
she
just-
receptive to the kissing and hand holding?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see what happens.
In his defense, he's only got a week now, less than a week, to close the deal here.
How do you know
Yeah.
that?
If she's only in town
Oh,
for the
no,
Super Bowl.
but you know, Florida's not that far away. He could fly down there. She could fly up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
long distance relationship.
So maybe I'm looking at this all
they never
wrong.
work.
Like, maybe I'm looking at it all wrong. Did you get the vibe that there was something there?
Yeah, I mean, because, it's the power of Artie Lange in the microphone. I'm telling you, outside in the street, I love it.
I don't think that's
Artie
how-
Lange
you-
matchmaker.
So
and
you
there's your
feel
result.
like,
I don't
would,
think that's
would
it.
you
That
call
happy couple.
Bethany your girlfriend?
She's someone that I just met. I can't use that title yet,
Well, you were getting physical.
Well, that's not even like in the bat to me. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I want to be respectful about this.
All right. Well, I mean, you were really affectionate for a
That's who I-
10-minute relationship.
That's who I am.
I think Richie's just more shocked than anything.
John is very, very vocal about this.
Well, yeah.
It's almost like you're stunned.
it was yeah. It
It's-
was
it's-
stunning.
it's
Kind of
defying.
professionalism with Richard Sherman, we would have got an interview right.
Yeah, I guess.
Instead, you just stared at him. You really stared at him.
I was staring,
Like
but
so-
for a purpose. As soon as he stopped
know.
talking,
It's like when-
I was yelling at
It's like
him.
when people say if you're ever on Jeopardy and you have to press the
Yeah.
buzzer as soon as Alex.
Yeah, you got time.
It's
out.
like
That is
that,
true.
and
That's
it's
what he's
just
doing.
like it's such a
Yeah, it
rat
takes a
race
few
there.
tries before you get it.
But you're not responding in a question form.
No, I know. You're right.
And the thing was so tight
but
in
I
my
was.
hands. Like this. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I understand Rodney Dangerfield would like to hit on Maggie as well.
Hey, how are you, honey? I'm a big fan of yours. Jane Kennedy, you're with NBC Sports? All right, something else.
Is Jane Kennedy someone as a hero of yours, as a pioneer for annoying people on TV?
Yes, she's on the Mount Rushmore of annoying people on TV.
You're not annoying. She was.
No, I mean, listen, those women actually had to really deal with like real discrimination. I mean,
You're
not
right.
having like a ladies' room in the press box area. I
They
mean,
wouldn't
stuff
have
that was
a, so she have to follow Jimmy the Greek taking a dump? That is terrible.
Imagine.
That is bad.
that was the forward of her biography. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But they really had to endure some pretty nasty stuff. At this point, I mean, just degrading stuff. At this point, and there was a lot of women who have really knocked down all those barriers. I've come along at a pretty easy time.
No, you're right. You're in a very politically correct time where people behave themselves.
I mean, it's pretty. You get a little bit here and there if you're in a locker room, but honestly, it's after the guys for a while, then they'll kind of just see how far they can test you. But they do that with each other.
What's the most offensive thing you've heard?
Heard?
I mean, like you said,
Directed at you.
sometimes it
Directed at
happens.
me?
Sometimes it happens in a locker room.
Nothing.
No, I mean, I've heard some people use like homophobic slurs and stuff.
To you?
No, but just in conversation.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm not going to call them out. I didn't have a microphone in front of their face, and I feel like they
Does that
have some
offend
right
you
to privacy.
if you hear that?
I mean, I don't think that people should be saying it, but
So, like,
it's also
when you're
not my
talking
job
with
to
your
play
friends-
PC police.
When you're talking with your friends, you're not using
No.
homophobic slurs.
Whatever.
I know, it's unbelievable, right? Me and my trash mouth friends.
Later when
Those
you're
losers.
Later when you're having sex with Andre the Giant, you're not going to let a couple of bad words fly.
No promises. Hopefully it won't be mic'd up.
Ouch!
They're safe word.
Ouch!
Yeah.
I forgot.
Have you ever done that with a man, Maggie? Had a safe word where you get so kinky, like
No,
50 Shades of Grey style?
not yet.
No? 50
But
Shades of
maybe
Maggie Grey?
maybe it has. 50 Shades of Maggie Gray. An international bestseller.
Are you related to Jim Gray? I just realized that.
No.
Oh, I was trying to figure how you got the job.
I hate your word.
Oh my God. If I was related to Jim Gray, I want to be.
Nah, you're excellent on your own. We appreciate you coming here. We got to take one more break, and then we're gonna end this up. And I'm sure a lot of people watching at home right now are wondering: is she gonna go with Andre? Is she not gonna go with Andre?
Right.
Is the girl that was here earlier?
Thinking about it.
The girl here earlier
She's
was
with
Boschetti.
Mike, apparently.
Is Boschetti speed dialing his lawyer right now, or is that girl in the emergency room with a rash? The Artie Lange. We literally have 1 minute left. Maggie would not stop yapping. Plug everything you got going on.
Okay, you can watch us on sportsillustrated.com. SI Now's every Monday through Friday from 1 to 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's me hosting a sports talk show with all my friends.
Great.
And Artie's come on and he killed it. You're on our sizzle reel now, Artie.
I am?
Yeah, you are. Do you
Wow,
want some kind of kickback
congrats.
from that?
I would like, sure.
We'll discuss it after the show. And then I host a radio show Saturday mornings on CBS Sports Radio Network, The Moose and Maggie Show.
Nice.
I'm
Okay,
the
good. You are
Maggie.
very busy. Yeah, we appreciate you giving us time here.
Thank
Jeff
you for having
Garland, no problem. Come back anytime. Anytime.
Thank you. I love it here.
Anytime.
Oh, stop it, Andre. You really are something.
I'll go home with you.
So will I.
Come in a good mood.
Let's have a threesome.
Super Bowl week.
Let's have a threesome. Bert, Gray, and Giant. Jeff Garland, thank you. You're the man. Watch the Goldbergs. Marty Friedman, the new album, Inferno. And, of course, Maggie Gray, thanks so much. And Mike Bichetti, look for him in court next week, probably. See you tomorrow, Super Bowl week.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.